Hey everyone, Garbage here. In my last video, I talked a little bit about a new undetectable type of aimbot powered by machine learning AI that is starting to emerge in the realm of competitive shooters. I'll leave a link to that video down in the description. What makes this cheat undetectable is that it's running on a completely separate computer from the one actually running the game. And I even talked about the potential for this cheat to be used to power robots that can physically play games in place of human beings. And so in this video, I wanted to talk about how anti-cheats could realistically fight this type of cheating, as well as some of the questions that this emerging technology brings up about gaming and life in general. Many of you commented on the last video that one thing anti-cheats can do to fight this type of cheating is to also use machine learning AI, but in this case to detect tiny differences in the way humans play versus machines. And this would come in the form of analyzing player inputs, reaction time, accuracy, and things of that nature, and compare them to how a robot would perform in the same situation. We're entering into an age where it's becoming more and more difficult to tell the difference between humans and machines, but there are small differences that can be picked up on by an AI, especially with the huge amount of processing power that we have access to today. And with enough points of data, it's possible that anti-cheat AIs can reliably tell the difference between cheaters and humans, even if the devices they're playing on show no signs of suspicious activity. And I think this is probably the most realistic way to do it, because most of the other methods involve really scary stuff like biometrics or installing cameras in your room, and it reduces the need for highly invasive kernel anti-cheats that are always on, scouring through your computer files looking for any suspicious software. Now, it's not a surefire solution. If the speedrunning community has taught us anything, it's that time and time again, humans have proven themselves able to perform feats that were once thought only possible by machines. And so there would need to be a constant effort by the anti-cheat creators to prevent false positives. But that's not exactly a new problem. One thing that is new, however, is the possibility of this technology being used to power robots capable of playing games in place of real humans, something that we touched on briefly in the last video. Now, we're still quite a ways off from that being a reality, but a lot of people were confused as to why anyone would want to use a cheat that essentially plays the game for them, and that's actually a good question. Oftentimes people cheat because they want to feel superpowered or to cover up their shortcomings, and a robot that plays the game for them does none of those things because the cheater isn't even involved. All the usual motivators for cheating are gone. And it begs the question, can a gaming robot really be considered cheating if it doesn't benefit the cheater? At what point is it just playing for itself? If a human player and a robot player have comparable skills, should they be allowed to play in the same lobbies together? I mean, we're already used to playing against NPCs in a lot of games, including multiplayer games. Is this the next logical step? Or what if one of your teammates leaves halfway through a match, and instead of leaving you disadvantaged, the game assigns you a robot teammate that can actually play at your level? Would you be okay with that? Maybe one day there will no longer be any humans left in esports, and it will all just be a competition to see which team of souped up TF2 bots is better than the other. Is that even possible? And I think this question is going to become more and more pertinent as AI continues to get smarter and approaches what we would consider to be sentience. I'd imagine a sentient robot gamer would like to be able to play games and compete in esports just like any other human being, but will we let it happen? I mean, I personally think we should, but what do you think? Is this sort of future possible, or is it purely science fiction? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hope you learned something today. Like, subscribe, and bell. Links to my Twitter and everything else down below. And as always, have a nice day.